Hot Ice, April 13th, Thursday, joined by Smitty, dynamic duo, Mets and Phillies. Mets and Phillies fans can get along despite what Jordy wants to put out there in the world. I make a joke about hot dogs, things go fucking bananas. So, as you can see, hang on. Oh,
Producer, I got Frank the Tank. I have
hold on, give
everybody.
me that one more. Oh, I didn't click you. Give me that one more time, Smitty.
I mean, you want to talk about Jordy? Okay, what about Frank the Tank? What about Colin, your producer? What about Meek Phil? What about every
It's a bunch of
non-registered voter in Queens? Probably like everybody hates the Phillies.
I know these are the
Mets
crime.
fans and aren't civilized.
Listen,
So relax.
It's the two crime families, and we got guys on both sides acting rogue. Me and Smitty are just trying to earn here. This is a breaking bread type thing. We're just trying to earn, give some winners. We could be friends. We go back a long way.
Keep the peace.
Yeah, exactly. You never know when somebody's brother is going to roll into a pickup game and you need a couple of jumpers out of the guy. So it's better to be friends, Smitty. I'm learning that. I can't always say that was true, but I'm learning that in my own ways, in my old age. Headline. Not much yet in these stories, as things kind of go. We don't have a grasp of teams. The A's win one last night. I want to make it about the A's. I actually want to make it about a wild rule, rarely used rule in official scoring for all the nerds out there. So Familia, former Met, he comes in with one out. What'd you say?
And Philly.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot he was with you guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, these relievers, I feel like have just fucking been everywhere. Like, I actually think relievers should write a book about the restaurants and like the hotels. Who else would you trust in the major leagues other than relievers? They've been everywhere.
Yeah, maybe not Familia, this bum, but like a normal, like looking up Corey Kluber's teams. Like he's been kind of everywhere, just bouncing around recently. But yeah, you're right. Any sort of journeyman, they should write a book.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like left-handers. So Familia comes in with one out in the bottom of the seventh with a man on first, up 4-2. The A's. He's pitching for the A's now. A's up 4-2. He has a pass ball, gives up an RBI single, a ground out, and then another RBI single to tie the game. Gets out of the inning. The A's score 3 in the top of the eighth, go up 7-4. Okay, Chad Smith now enters the game in the bottom of the eighth. So if you're following along, Familia is the pitcher of record. He's on line for the win. The official score says, no. Pulls out rule 9.17C. The official score shall not credit as the winning pitcher a relief pitcher who is ineffective in a brief appearance when at least one succeeding relief pitcher pitches effectively in helping his team maintain its lead. In such a case, the official score shall credit as the winning pitcher the succeeding relief pitcher who was most effective in the judgment of the official score. So many things to come from here. One, fucking flex by the official scorer that he knew this. He was waiting years to pull this one out. Two, is it fair or foul, I guess, for Familia to lose the win? And three, I guess, do you think he even cares? Like, because a beat reporter is like, hey, you didn't really get the win. Or is he kind of flipping shit in the locker room? Like, it really shows what it is, because Chad Smith would probably be mad if you were, you go in the locker room and you're like, we didn't get a win. So, like, a lot of things to unpack here.
Well, first of all, I didn't know this rule existed. Second of all, I had no idea the official scorer had this sort of power to take over a win or loss the record. And I'm not even sure why this would exist. I guess because you didn't want to see pitchers stacking wins, like if there was a scenario in which they would. And does he care? He better care, because, I mean, wins aren't exactly the bread and butter of baseball stats anymore. I mean, you saw that when Felix Hernandez won 9 games, right. 11 games, and won the Cy Young. People just don't care that much because of shit like this. Like, it's an arbitrary stat. And if they can hold back Familia, who's a scumbag, first of all, and just a bad pitcher and a person coming from a Mets and Phillies fan, good. Stiff it to him and make sure he doesn't get any more wins for the rest of his career.
Okay, so that's Smitty weighing in on that. I just think it's I want things changed in terms of a save, right? So, like, when they start using pitchers, let's say it's a one-run game. We'll use DeGrom for an example. Okay, well, Scherzer. Okay, and let's say Diaz is still healthy. It's a one-run game. Scherzer pitches. We're up 1-0 after 7. He throws a gem. The Phillies have 3, 4, 5 coming up. Harper right in the middle of that order, okay? Turner, you're right there. We put Diaz in for the 8th, and he stops their 3, 4, and 5. That should be a save. I don't care that he didn't pitch the 9th inning. That the save was getting through, or if he comes in with 1 out, and a guy on. Let's say Scherzer leaves a guy on, and there's nobody out with 1 on or maybe 2 on, and Diaz gets out of that jam. That's the save to me, not just the fact that he pitched the 9th inning. Like, saves are fucking made up, and I know it's discretionary and whatever, but it's like
you're not wrong. It's technically a hold, if that matters. I'm not sure if that gives him any bonus money at the end of the year, but I think baseball people see kind of through that now with the stats. They see that saves and wins are kind of arbitrary. I mean, shit. The Phillies 2 years ago blew like 8 saves in 6 games. I didn't even know that was possible. So you mean to tell me that there's a chance you can? I guess you can't get more than 1 save in a game, but the person who almost blew the save or did get up being the hero? No, I don't see that.
Yeah, it makes sense. Dogs of the day. So I'll give you my close calls, and if you picked one of them, you can just kind of expand on it, because I do think there's a lot of like big ones out there, and then there's a few I just couldn't pull the trigger on. I don't love the one I picked; it's a little ugly. Did you pull the trigger on the Phillies or the Brewers? That got real close for me.
Yeah, I didn't on the Brewers. I'm trying to rationalize the Phillies because they need to start winning baseball games, especially against these average to below average teams. Nick Lodoro. I saw him first pitch last week against the Phillies. Went 7 strong.
Good. That's what made me wait. You were like, yeah, this guy for the Reds is really good.
This guy's got 2 starts under his belt this year. Both went 7 innings. He gave up 0 runs, and he has electric stuff. So he's going to give them a ball game today. So I didn't pull the trigger on the Phillies.
What did you end up going with, dog?
The Rays have to lose at some time, man.
Wow.
The Rays have to lose at some point. And that's why I was researching Corey Kluber. Yeah, he's over the hill. He's washed up. And maybe he's got some juice going back to Tampa Bay this year or he pitched last year. And they get it done. They got to lose a game. At some point, they got to lose a game. And I'm at the point where I'm just putting money line on whoever's against them. Like you won what, 11, 12?
Plus 195 on a getaway. Are the Rays home again? Is it a getaway?
They're at home again.
No, but is it a getaway? Where are they going is my question. Hang on. Yeah, at Toronto. So it is a getaway day, technically. Yeah, plus 195. I mean.
Yeah. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it at all.
Yeah, I don't like it. But
it's baseball, man. They got to lose at some point.
I mean, listen, you would have got a 3-1 payout last night with the A's or something ridiculous,
Yeah.
So, and the Orioles aren't. So we'll get to that later. But my dog, I don't love this. I'll go back to the well on my guy Joe Ryan. 2-0. He's got a 3.75 ERA, not great, and he's going into the Bronx, which has been a house of horrors for the Twins since the fucking baseball had fucking lines on it, fucking seams on it. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to go with Joe Ryan. There's not a lot out there like I talked about. I don't know if I want to play the Brewers out there. I don't know if I want to play the Phillies against a good starter. I'll roll the dice and take Joe Ryan plus 130 is a pretty good price on that. In terms of best bet, which way'd you go?
Yeah, I don't hate that Twins pick at all, but you're right. The Yankees just owns the Twins. Best bet, I'm all over the Orioles today, up, down, all around. I got a -1.5. I'll put that out there as my best bet. I also like their run total over 5.5. A lot of runs, but I think that they're too young, good, and confident of a team to lose back-to-back games against the A's. I think they steamroll right now. And also love Cedric Mullins, all of his props. He's -1.5 total bases is -115. I think he has a day today. Stolen base, maybe.
I'm very, very, very aligned with you on that. I'm going to take Cole Irving over 4.5 strikeouts. Not laying a lot of juice, -145. It was 2 starts, but he seems like a strikeout pitcher. 5 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts in the last 2 starts.
Yeah, he's also a former Philly
in 4 to 5 innings. Like he's going out and getting me.
He is. I wouldn't classify him as a strikeout pitcher. He's an efficient pitcher. He will give you
well. Either way, he's getting strikeouts.
Yeah. I don't necessarily hate it. I wouldn't classify him as a strikeout pitcher though. But he has been efficient. He was efficient with the Phillies. He was very efficient with the A's last year, and he's not bad with the Orioles. Again, he's a solid like 4 starter for a
Yep.
good team.
Hit parade is going to be priced very soon. It's Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Manny Machado, and Aaron Judge from Big Ev. The Big Ev going back. Finally got off Mookie. He's going back to his guy Judge. Listen, Judge was a 3-hitter for us last year. Like he was top of the line. I think he hit like 8 in a row. So he was really, really good. You like anybody to go deep in terms of home run? Oriole probably, I would imagine.
Yeah,
so
I said earlier, like Cedric Mullins, he's my guy. He's plus 410 to hit a home run. Also, don't hate Mountcastle today. He's plus 330, which is like low for a home run, which means you probably might bang one out. But I like all those guys, which in turn means Orioles minus 1.5 as well as team total over.
All right, yeah. So let's put that all together and try to get it going. That's hot ice. We're seeing a little bit on Pick Central.
Win a game, Phillies. Win one game.